Hi Aries, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Aries Tarot. Aries Love Tarot, Love Reading, channeled love messages, a reading where we go into their feelings for you, thoughts, intentions, what you might need to know, hear, don't see coming. Is anyone making a move? Let's take a deep dive and see what is coming through Aries. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see for Aries. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's the Five of Wands. Ace of Swords in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Swords. The Magician is here. So is the Wheel of Fortune. What's going on? The Wheel of Fortune wants to be your overall energy. Page of Cups is also here. So two of our pages in reverse. We also have the Star in the upright, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. Major Arcana energy here, all in the upright. So there's definitely a new cycle. What's going on? Are we in the Ten of Swords already? Is it something that's a possibility? Seven of Swords. Wow. So Ten of Swords and Seven of Swords are quite strong where this person's energy is really strong. Oh, wow. So is the Devil. What is going on here? The Two of Swords. Seven of Cups in reverse. Somebody's definitely been in their head. Somebody's been running. That much is really clear. Yeah, that's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Cups also in reverse. Can be, kind of like an immature energy. It's definitely, that's the case here today, in particular with our Page of Wands in reverse. Sort of struggling around movement. Is somebody worried about things ending? Because we're also seeing the Seven of Cups in reverse, the clarity that's coming through, and it's right in between the Ace of Swords in reverse. Look, in the Page of Cups in reverse. I feel like for a lot of you, you're in this energy of a no contact energy. And part of that's been somebody who's been pretty immature, and it is somebody who has been running. I mean, that's really clear. I think what's going on here today, Aries, is this is someone you're here for, that you're still attached to. Yeah, Three of Swords is in reverse. Here's the thing. I just want to show you. It's also really interesting because as I was preparing your table before I turned the camera on, I just kept seeing the Three of Swords in reverse also. Three of Swords in reverse, the Star. The Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Devil. Those swords are falling out. That's a healing energy. And it's clear that there's some kind of heartbreak around the energy that's coming through. This is somebody who, what played a really big part in where things are, it's somebody who was quite emotionally immature. The Knight of Pentacles is here. It's already slower than slow. In reverse, it's a pretty stubborn energy. There's actually a donkey on our card that I chose for you today at the Tarot Closet. Yeah, it's really connecting with this stubborn energy here today, in particular, again, with the reversal. Here with our Five of Wands, the challenges and the obstacles around this relationship and this person has really, a lot of it has been them. Just maybe not being ready, not being clear, sort of in their own way. Yeah, there's definitely an energy around that. I also feel this energy that's here around the healing for you of somebody that you might be trying to let go. Is this your reading? Maybe, maybe not. You never know where it's going to turn as well. But it's super clear that these swords are falling out in this Three of Swords energy in reverse, Saturn and Libra, and that there's a lot of healing energy here with our star and Aquarius energy, renewal, clarity, bigger picture. And bigger picture, obvious energy, the Wheel of Fortune, a new cycle, a turning point. This is definitely a turning point here, and it's coming out of the Hermit energy. Seven of Cups in reverse. Is somebody realizing something too little too late? It really feels like the first thing that was really just coming at me in our Ten of Swords today is this baby bird that's in the nest with their mouth open, kind of, like screaming. And it does have that energy that somebody knows what they lost. Somebody knows what they lost. Like they understand the connection. It feels like it's probably too little too late. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of movement around this person at the moment. This is definitely feeling, Judgment is in reverse. It's definitely feeling like this is how they feel, but there's also a strong, strong undercurrent here around your healing. Because that's also for you, I want to say, in this Judgment in reverse, because that's an energy of waking up and getting some clarity. And for a lot of you, it does feel like some closure. The coming out of illusion energy is definitely ringing true here in the Seven of Cups in reverse, connected with Judgment in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. It's around this person. Also, who, there was some behavior here that they were denying, perhaps, whether it's around advice, people, money, or what, or even just denying feelings. It helped. It kind of got everything here. It helped is not the word I want to use, but the bad judgment energy is really clear in Judgment in reverse, but also the Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. Yeah, not being honest. What is it? But I'll tell you, there's a fear around. There's a fear somebody has had around things changing. It's around this person. And what's coming through here, this is definitely, I feel like a person that you're trying to let go of. Oh my gosh. Look. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups in reverse. That's what this is for me today. The Sun in Scorpio energy. It's living in the past. This is, the detachment here is really clear. Seven of Swords, by the way, Aquarius and Uranus energy. Somebody has been running. Somebody hasn't been honest. Somebody kind of broke your heart. Not kind of. Somebody broke your heart. What is this Two of Swords? What's going on here? Well, it's the Moon in Libra energy, and that Moon energy connected to the tide around feelings. The water. And what's hidden there and what decision needs to be made. Again, just even connecting with that Moon energy around trusting yourself and around perhaps some illusions. And I can see that here, like coming out of them, beginning to. But the wake-up energy is still here. So I want to keep diving into what's going on their end, because I really feel this Ten of Swords kind of energy of sort of screaming out again. And this energy of the star and the Wheel of Fortune, they both are connecting me to fate and destiny. Controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. It's somebody who feels like things are intertwined, but it's somebody who was either not ready. That's a really strong energy about being afraid. So whether it was around next level or revealing feelings or some major changes, whatever the case is, I can see that here. Yeah, but it's also somebody who's realizing things now, and it does feel like perhaps, wow, yeah, maybe it's too little too late. The Death card is here in reverse. The Sun in Scorpio energy. And that is this kind of a stuck energy. It's stagnation. It's totally, I feel like a lot of this is connected to you, but I have to say to you, I also feel like this person is connected, but they're also not making any major changes. Whatever. There's also something like it hasn't changed around them. So it's not okay because they're also living in this past. And they're realizing some things here. And I want to say, I'm wondering if there's something that's been said or seen or they've heard that has them kind of triggered, because that energy is definitely here, because that's the other thing about our Three of Swords in reverse. Connecting to our Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the stubbornness, it's like they're apologizing for that. Also for whatever happened here. Again, was there some kind of betrayal perhaps? I mean, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, okay? The Devil in the upright, the Seven of Swords. That's a pretty strong energy around something having gone on here. Even just blocking themselves, you could say, from the apology. Look at our Five of Wands today. All of these waves, all of the water, all the wands are sort of being tossed around in there. It's some challenging energy. And it's connected to movement, and it's also connected to the emotions, and it's connected to our stubborn Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is what some things that you need to hear, some things that are coming through anyway, both for you, but also like higher self energy, spirit guides, angels, ancestors energy. The Magician. It does connect, just like the Wheel of Fortune, to the throat chakra. Gemini and Virgo. There is an energy of, like, okay, all the tools are available. Water, air, earth, and fire. Access to all the tools, you know. And, of course, the first, the number one in the major arcana energy. And that one connecting to potential and possibilities, opportunities. So I will say, if there is a way, wow, look, the Emperor's in reverse. This is really fitting with this energy today. If you are seeing this person, or there's a way to, it does have this energy that maybe, you know, this person from the past, however far back, because it's also about living in the past for me. Living in whatever happened here. So that could maybe not be that far back, whatever. But it could be that there's, yeah, like if you know you can see them, or they're going to be at something, or they could be, that there might be like an element of surprise coming in here. I tell you, this just is circles and circles around validation for me around somebody who wasn't ready or available or lied, or again, created some energy here that I'm not particularly liking. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. Like not following through. The Emperor is here. In reverse. It's your energy, Aries. Mars and Aries energy. Divine masculine energy, and I just want to remind you, it's not about the gender for me, it's about the energy, and this is definitely some ego. It's sort of kind of an, well, not kind of, it's an immature energy. The Emperor is connected to the root chakra, where the Devil is, by the way, too. And that's the thing. Some immature energy, some behavior. They're both connected to the root chakra. And this reversal, super validating here in this divine masculine energy of an imbalance, of being immature, having trouble with wherever you were, what you were planning, even just now. I want to validate, for those of you that this is someone that it was around physical or physical and or platonic. I was going to say platonical. Tarot closet brain fart. It's a validation around that, you know, of maybe waiting for more, or somebody maybe who even participated in some really impulsive behavior that got everything kind of, well, everything where it is, not kind of. Yeah, and here's that element of surprise that I was feeling. It's in the Four of Cups. The Moon and Cancer energy. I definitely feel the apathy around you, the arms crossed energy. And it just has this feeling that, you know, everybody's kind of in that past, but for you, for a lot of you, it just definitely feels like someone you might be trying to let go of. That yeah, it might just be showing up kind of out of the blue to say that to you. Because there's a lot of healing energy in this star. The Three of Swords in reverse. The apology connected to the major arcana, the Magician. But the Four of Cups, you know, the water energy sort of appearing maybe like at a gathering or whatnot is also connected to the major arcana energy of our Emperor in reverse, you know, who's still kind of in a immature energy. Nine of Swords. Upright. Eight of Swords. Reverse. So there's definitely, this is kind of an all-encompassing feeling. It's definitely around this person who is living in this past and does have an apology that they should have made. You might get it. This sounds crazy, but you might get it, you might not. I feel like the bigger picture here today is around you freeing yourself up. Because I also feel this around you. You know, it's sort of like a sleepless energy. We have the Nine of Swords and we have the Ten of Swords. And by the way, it's connecting right here around this person who didn't follow through, and also the Star, the healing energy, and the Two of Swords around a decision. Almost picking one of those swords and going into the Ten of Swords, should that be like a final energy that might need to happen for you. Also validating with the Judgment energy in reverse, because that is a final decision kind of energy. It can be in clarity and closure. And again, this energy of needing that to be upright, you know, because there's definitely this sort of, well, stagnancy. This is somebody, I feel like, who maybe wasn't capable in that maturity level. It could be around chronological years, but not necessarily, just where everything was at the time. It still feels like there's some element of that here, like I said. We're going to look at some oracle, which I'm not reading in reverse. I just want to remind you, if you hear, what are you doing? If you hear, see, suspect my content in any way, shape, or form, to keep those emails coming. It's in my description and also on the About Me page. Thank you so much. The bottom of the deck. Forgiveness. Isn't it energy of letting it go for oneself to move on? Yeah. Is it an energy around this person who's in this energy, literally not strong enough or brave enough, mature enough to have sent that through? Yes, it's here. This is how they feel. Energy is pretty strong. But it's also, again, it's really strongly connected to the release in the Eight of Swords in reverse, kind of like feeling stuck. The energy in one's head is really strong here. Again, I feel like it's both sides, but I'm talking, like concentrating. I'm being honed in toward you. It's here with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Insight to see things. And clarity, literally inner clarity, it's connected right to the Star. Renewal. Healing. I kept hearing earlier, and I'm not sure why, but soften is here, and it's almost like be easy on yourself. But yeah, abundance is here. Do I feel like this is connected to the person here today coming in? I don't. I feel like, again, that this is for you. Preparation. We are in a new cycle here. Preparing for that. The person you're trying to let go is really a strong energy. I'm going to leave it at that. Coming out of the fog, literally here, getting clarity in the Star. Letting those swords fall out in the Three of Swords in reverse. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Feeling it all here with rebirth and open-hearted. And I've got to tell you, if there is some little minuscule, if there is some possibility that you are in that energy of forgiveness and they do come through, or you see them, Yeah, there is some of this fingers crossed energy around this person, but it still feels like there's something that hasn't changed. They're not ready. You know, whatever that is, timing, what is it? But there is a really strong energy. Come on. There is a really strong energy around this apology, I have to say. And it is sincere, open-hearted. And again, it's here with rebirth. And that's uprighting the death card energy, which we have here in reverse, the stagnation. And again, that's around some major changes and possibly some mending energy and moving on. Transformational. And that was one of the first things that I felt here as well. It's definitely a little bit of a different kind of reading today. There's a really strong side for you. You know, this person is definitely coming through, and there's definitely somebody here who is realizing a lot of what they caused. And there is this energy of, I hope you can forgive me one day. Yeah, and the possibility, if you can see each other, that you hear it. But I also want to validate again, this is just where it's going today, and it's pretty strong around your healing for me. I'm looking around here. What do I want to grab? I'm going to grab some little tarot closet love messages, channeled love messages. Whoa, love messages from your person, from their higher self. Gosh, my heart is yours is here and open-hearted. Let me look at this other one. Feels like for a lot of you it's too little too late, but that message came through pretty strong. My world changed when I met you. It's right here on the Six of Cups in reverse. I feel your energy. I am waking up. It's here with Judgment in reverse and Rebirth in the upright. There's definitely a epiphany kind of energy around this person, like they know what this is now, and it has them quite sleepless, really. But what have they been running away from, not being honest about? You are never far from my mind. You deserve so much more. Can you feel my love? I made so many mistakes. I don't feel good enough for you. It was like it was one thing, seemed kind of maybe not that deep, or they were denying it. And then all of a sudden it wasn't, you know, in particular now, but it feels like for a lot of you, look, that this is where it is. I fear you have moved on. Like, is it too little too late? So many songs remind me of you. That's it. In the bottom of the deck. Wow. So this is definitely really strong on the apology, and it is really sincere, Aries. It's a very open-hearted, sincere apology. Whether it means anything or not, I feel like at this point it is what's coming through here today. I'm sorry I ran. Is here on the Six of Cups in reverse, which is right above the Seven of Swords. I care too much what people think. You are my first thought when I wake up and last thought before sleep. Nine of Swords and the Star. There's definitely a awake kind of energy here in the night for sure. Just, you know, not just about the Star and the Nine of Swords, but it just feels really strong. Like, and they're not only is there a slow wake up energy here with I'm waking up, but there's literal waking up. I hope you can forgive me someday. The last channeled love message. It was me, not you. There was or is still friendship here that hasn't been severed. Maybe that was a big part of it. It's just the last message wanting to come through. Beautiful Aries, thank you for being here at the Tarot Closet. I'll see you next time.